A Fargo Middle School is working to get kids interested in voting this year. Valley News Team's Tiffany Ackerman went to see how they're doing that.
We have some kids who are already 14 years old, and so in 4 years' time, they will be eligible to vote in the presidential election for real.
Trade a sticker for a pencil with me.
8th grade students at the Discovery Middle School took part in a mock election today. Parents volunteered to help.
And so I think it's really important that the kids are involved because they're going to be the ones that need to make the decisions and the new laws and what keeps the country going.
Teachers say the goal was to make sure these students knew what the election was all about and are prepared when it comes time for them to vote.
The most important thing for me is they're excited about actually being involved.
The students held mock votes for the president, U.S. Senator, House of Representatives, North Dakota Governor, and one ballot measure. In Fargo, Tiffany Ackerman, Valley News Live.
The 8th graders will get their results after Election Day.